Have you noticed that the strangest creatures on the planet tend to live deep underwater? Many of them have a frightening appearance and huge size. The latter, by the way, even has a special name in science, deep sea gigantism. Scientists suggest that it is associated with the lack of food, low water temperature, and high hydrostatic pressure. Want to learn more about these eccentric animals? Today we will talk in detail about the most unusual inhabitants of the ocean depths. Blobfish. Blobfish are typically shorter than 30 centimeters, 12 inches. They live at depths between 600 and 1200 meters, that's 2,000 and 3,900 feet, where the pressure is 60 to 120 times as great as at sea level, which would likely make gas bladders inefficient for maintaining buoyancy. Instead, the flesh of the blobfish is primarily a gelatinous mass with a density slightly less than water. This allows the fish to float above the sea floor without expending energy or swimming. Its relative lack of muscle is not a disadvantage, as it primarily swallows edible matter that floats in front of it, such as deep ocean crustaceans. Blobfish are often caught as bycatch in bottom trawling nets. The popular impression of the blobfish as bulbous and gelatinous is partially an artifact of the decompression damage done to specimens when they are brought to the surface from the extreme depths in which they live. In their natural environment, blobfish appear more typical of their superclass Osteichthyes, bony fish. The vampire squid, Vampirothius infernalis, lit. Vampire squid from hell, is a small cephalopod found throughout temperature and tropical oceans in extreme deep sea conditions. Unique retractile sensory filaments justify the vampire squid placement in its own order, Vampiromorphidae, as it shares similarities with both octopuses and squid. As a phylogenetic relict, it is the only known surviving member of its order. The first specimens were collected on the Valdivia expedition, and they were originally described as an octopus in 1903 by German teuthologist Carl Chun, but later assigned to a new order together with several extinct taxa. The vampire squid can reach a maximum total length around 30 centimeters, that's 1 foot. Its 15 centimeter, 5.9 inches, gelatinous body varies in color from velvety jet black to pale reddish, depending on location and lighting conditions. A webbing of skin connects its 8 arms, each lined with rows of fleshy spines or cirri. The inner side of this cloak is black. Only the distal halves, farthest from the body, of the arms have suckers. Its limpid, globular eyes, which appear red or blue, depending on lighting, are proportionately the largest in the animal kingdom at 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch in diameter. The name of the animal was inspired by its dark color, cloak-like webbing, and red eyes. Rather than habit, it feeds on detritus, not blood. Barrel eye fish. The barrel eye is a deep-sea fish and can be found at depths between 400 and 2,500 meters. That's 1,300 to 8,200 feet. They have a transparent head and tubular eyes. The eyes are usually pointed upwards so that they are looking through the top of their head, which allows them to see the silhouettes of prey items from below. They can also shift their eyes into a forward fading position when needed. The fish's head is dome-shaped, which allows more light to enter the eyes. This is important in the dark void of the deep seas, as it significantly improves their vision. These fish are named because of their barrel-shaped tubular eyes, which are generally directed upwards to detect the silhouettes of available prey. However, the fish are capable of directing their eyes forward as well. The family name Osteichthyes is derived from the Greek words opisth, behind, and proktos, anus. The morphology of the Osteichthyes varies between 3 main forms: the stout, deep-bodied barrel eyes of the genera Opisthoproctus and Macropina, the extremely slender and elongated spookfishes of the genera Dolichopteryx and Bathylochnops, and the intermediate fusiform spookfishes of the genera Rhyncholeus and Winteria. Cookie-cutter shark. The cookie-cutter shark is a small shark species, only 50 centimeters, that's 22 inches, in length. They live in warm oceanic waters and have been found at depths of 3.7 kilometers, that's 2.3 miles. Despite their small size, they are able to prey on seals, dolphins, and even whales. They do this by latching onto their target and removing a round plug of flesh with their saw-like lower teeth, hence how they got their name, cookie cutter. They will very occasionally latch onto humans, but are not considered dangerous as they only cause minor injuries. The shark is classed as an ectoparasite, specifically a facultative ectoparasite, as this is not their only source of food. They can also hunt for other prey items, such as small squid, which they eat whole. They are bioluminescent and emit a green glow from a band of photophores around their neck. This is how they attract their would-be predators, which they then prey on themselves. Frogfish. Frogfish are a type of anglerfish and can be found in almost all tropical and subtropical marine layers around the world. Like other anglerfish, they have a lure that they use for attracting prey. They are masters of camouflage, and their unusual appearance allows them to blend in with their environment. Some species resemble rocks or corals, while others mimic sponges or sea urchins. Many can even change color to blend in better so that they won't be spotted by their prey until it's too late. They don't move around much and simply sit on the sea floor waiting for prey to come to them. When they do move, they are able to walk around using their strong, fleshy pectoral fins. They can even climb by grabbing strands of seaweed with these specialized fins. Coffinfish. The coffinfish, Chanax endeavorii, is a species of sea toad of the family Chanacidae. It is found in salty temperate waters of southwestern Pacific, off the east coast of Australia. It can also be found in depths of 164 to 984.3 feet. That's 50 to 300 meters. Deep-sea crab fishermen off the east coast of Florida pull them up from depths ranging from 5,000 to 8,000 feet, about 54 to 68 miles off the coast. They have a globose and spiny body that grows to a maximum length of 22 centimeters, that's 8.7 inches. SL, male unsexed, and a black mouth lining an elysium on the snout that can be lowered into a groove. Endemic to the temperate waters of the southwestern Pacific, off the east coast of Australia, benthic, muddy bottom of the ocean, Australian continental shelf and upper slope in the deep ocean, usually 200 meters to 2,500 meters. Japanese spider crab. The Japanese spider crab, Macrochera camphori, is a species of marine crab that lives in the water around Japan. It has the largest leg span of any arthropod. These giants go through 3 main larval stages along with a praezoal stage in order to grow to their great size. The genus Macrochera contains multiple species. 2 fossil species belonging to this genus have been found, Macrochera genjazensis and Macrochera yabe, both from the Miocene of Japan. The diverse taxonomic history is an important part of what these creatures are and how they evolved to be what they are today. These creatures are not isolated, however, as they are the subject of fishery and are considered a delicacy. To prevent overfishing, conservation efforts are being put forth to protect these creatures and their population from the dangers of overfishing. Cancer is also present in other areas. This is shown by the fact that a nature film about the Auckland Islands, also south of New Zealand, also filmed a larger population in addition to the islands. Goblin shark. The goblin shark is a rare species of deep-sea shark, sometimes called a living fossil. It is the only extant representative of the family Mitsukorenidae, a lineage some 125 million years old. This pink-skinned animal has a distinctive profile with an elongated, flattened snout and highly protrusible jaws containing prominent nail-like teeth. It is usually between 3 and 4 meters, that's 10 and 13 feet, long with mature, though it can grow considerably larger. Goblin sharks inhabit upper continental slopes, submarine canyons, and seamounts throughout the world at depths greater than 100 meters, 330 feet, with adults found deeper than juveniles. Various anatomical features of the goblin shark, such as its flabby body and small fins, suggest that it is sluggish in nature. This species hunts for teleost fishes, cephalopods, and crustaceans, both near the sea floor and in the middle of the water column. Its long snout is covered with ampullae of Lorenzini that enable it to sense minute electric fields produced by nearby prey, which it can snatch up by rapidly extending its jaws. Small numbers of goblin sharks are unintentionally caught by deep water fisheries. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, has assessed it at least concern, despite its rarity, citing its wide distribution and low incidence of capture.